Hello and welcome to Monmouth in Focus, a program about the services and functions of Monmouth County government. I'm your host, Cynthia Scott. It's April, the month to acknowledge autism awareness, and one official who continues to make this important issue a priority for members of law enforcement is Monmouth County Sheriff Sean Golden, who is joining us today on Monmouth in Focus. Thanks so much for joining us, Sheriff.
Thank you for having me.
Always great to see you here on Monmouth in Focus. And you have really made autism awareness in the forefront when it comes to autism and continue to do so. You recently added a new addition to the Monmouth County Sheriff's Office. Tell us about that person.
We did. We're excited. The Sheriff's Office embarked, as you know, when I became Sheriff, to really address the information needed for our law and public safety and all of our emergency medical community out there in Monmouth County on how to deal with autism. And so we took this extra step this year and hired a part-time special needs and autism coordinator in Franny Hines. Franny Hines hails from Belmar. He has an autistic son. And I can't think of a better person throughout our county in the EMS environment. I met him when I was a medic long ago, and he was on first aid squad. And we established a relationship, and I've seen and observed all that he does for our autism spectrum disorder children throughout the county. And so we hired him part-time here at the Sheriff's Office to help us out and help train our public safety personnel.
Absolutely. Who better to hire than somebody who has such a broad experience in autism awareness? So we talk about training. Who exactly will he be training?
So Franny was brought in initially a couple of years ago. As you know, we were the first police academy in the state of New Jersey to have a block of training for special needs and autism. Every recruit that comes through the Monmouth County Police Academy, we train. We give them a special block of instruction so that they know how to deal with those people that they encounter with ASD. We were excited when he did it, and that's what prompted us to hire him part-time and take it not only in our police academy, but out to all our public safety officials all over the county. Right,
incredible. And when you hear about the statistics, Sheriff, I mean, it just makes sense to be doing something like this.
Yeah, listen, we know the stats in New Jersey. We're 1 in 43. Across the country, 1 in 68, but 1 in 43 in the state of New Jersey here, and the highest reported cases in Monmouth and Ocean County. And so that's why we decided to really press upon the training for our law enforcement and our public safety officials out there so that they're better equipped how to handle when they have encounters.
Absolutely. And you talk about law enforcement, we're talking about police officers, obviously, but not just them. We're talking about 911 operators. That's crucial, too.
We took it across the spectrum here. We started with our law enforcement recruits going into the academy. Then we migrated to our 911 operators. Again, we were first in the state of New Jersey to train every single one of our 100+ 911 operators in the Monmouth County Sheriff's Office in dealing with families with autism. It starts with the call. First responders start with that 911 call, and our operators have to be prepared to ask the appropriate information. Things like, are they verbal or nonverbal? Does the individual have a tendency to wander? What triggers maybe some physical behavior or some erratic behavior in an individual? So all of those, which can be mistaken for other cases, our law enforcement officers, tend to mistake such cases for an intoxicated person or a person that may be on CDS, and so that's why we felt it was important, particularly to get those attributes and to have the 911 coordinators, that first line, take the call and then relay that information out to the public safety user.
And that's what I was going to say. That 911 operator is the first line of communication.
It's key.
He or she tells the officers.
And the right questions at the right time and the right information supplied to the officers, so the officers are equipped with the information if in fact they have a tendency to wander. Do they like to wander toward water? Water is one of the leading causes of death with that demographic, and so they have a tendency to wander and are attracted to waterways.
Sure.
And so that's prevalent. Again, triggers that may, certain keywords, certain actions that may set a physical response off from somebody with the autism spectrum disorder. So all of those are taken into consideration by the 911 operator and then filed to field personnel when they respond to the call.
And the Monmouth County Sheriff's Office also runs the Project Lifesaver program, which is a wristlet program.
Yeah.
And
successful program
absolutely.
That we have not only in Monmouth County Sheriff's Office but around the country. All the Sheriff's Office and all the counties participate in Project Lifesaver. It's a tracking bracelet As you know, Franny Hines is meeting with those families, making sure the batteries are taken care of and making sure the IDs and that's worn and if we have any problems. But took the extra step, trained all our K-9 personnel in the electronic equipment, the tracking equipment, and they're fully trained and ready to go. So that allows us to track down a person that wanders. We use it for those that have dementia and Alzheimer's as well. Through the Office on Aging,
Yep.
but this demographic with the autism spectrum has really been tremendous for us in
Very
recovery.
Important. And Fran also, like you said, recently trained the basic recruits for police officers.
So yeah, he's rolling through the academy, does the basic recruits, the specials. Now he's doing the corrections class. But
which is
part
important
of
as well.
Franny's duties too is Fran Hines going out to all the public safety agencies that we coordinate with, and so. He just got done in Eatontown and Wall and heading up to Middletown and doing fire. He was at the fire academy training firefighters in the same and doing our EMS coordinator. So he's really making a difference out there. And you know we're committed to this demographic and we're committed to make sure that public safety has the appropriate response when it comes to autism.
Absolutely, such a great effort here that you are making, Sheriff. You know, and it's this. It really is when you talk about training corrections officers or sheriff's officers or officers from Middletown, Wall Township. It's the same training, and it's a partnership with all the law enforcement agencies in Monmouth County involved.
It's a true partnership. Fran has done a tremendous job in standardizing that training across the board. He has led the way, really, and as you know, he has in Belmar. Hosts on Oceanfront the weekend after Labor Day, as always, and we participate in that as well. Hundreds of young adults with autism spectrum disorder along the beachfront there, doing all kinds of activities, and it's fantastic.
And Sheriff, aside from your commitment to training the law enforcement officers, you also belong to the organization. Tell us a little bit about that organization that's near and dear to your heart.
Yeah, so when I became sheriff, they asked me, the board of the Monmouth Ocean Educational Services Commission asked me to sit on the Shore Center, which is the Autism Center for Kids. We have 60 students in the school. It's one of several schools in the county that deal with special needs. But we continue to not only do great work in the school, but outside of the school. And we're tackling things, you know, such as the school's fantastic inside. It's like a little mini Main Street inside, all painted up. We supplied, you know, police uniforms and firefighter uniforms so that they're familiar.
Great.
Again, this has to do with training both ways, so that they're familiar with seeing a uniform or seeing a firefighter in a Scott pack that could be scary with the mask on.
So important.
It's been a fantastic school, and we're honoring Franny Hines actually at our gala this year. Because he's done a tremendous job.
Fantastic, so great. And Sheriff, quickly, the Monmouth County Sheriff's Office is going blue for Autism Awareness in the month of April.
All the staff purchased shirts to recognize it starting April 1st. And we'll be wearing pins and you know, banners, and every Friday we're dressing down in blue in the Sheriff's Office for honoring Autism Awareness Month.
Sounds good. Thanks so much for all that you do.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
That is all the time we have for this segment. Of course, for more information, you can go to www.visitmonmouth.com. I'm Cynthia Scott. Have a great day, everyone.